special Saturday today. I'll wait till people get in here. It's going to be interesting. You guys are not going to want to miss this one. Doing the Colfax run with the twist, guys and gals. Gonna be interesting. Let's just put it that way. Oh, I thought I was missing my Ellie. You are first. What's up, lovely Ellie? How you doing today? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing really pretty good. Hey, what's up, Road Dog? Ellie was first. What's up, PTP? Hey, PTP, you're not gonna want to miss this one, man. This is gonna be fun. I'm not gonna tell anybody what I'm doing until the end here. What's up, LMB? Nice to see you in chat. You guys are gonna love this. Stick around. Special edition of MLH today. Secret Agent Man, what's up? Nice to see you in chat. You guys are gonna want to wait around till the end. It's not gonna be the normal run. Bernie B in the house. What's up, Bernie? What's up, Bernie? I hope you have a good day today, Bernie. I just dropped Bernie off at work. She has to work. This is the second of, 12 days, Bernie? That you got to work straight? Bernie working hard for the money. Hawk fan, what's up? The weather here is great. It's 57 degrees. It feels more like 65, 70. I mean, it really does. It's a beautiful day here in the Mile High City. Right now I'm in Lakewood. But we're going to make our way all the way to Aurora. And then at the end, special twist to today's run, guys and gals. You're not going to want to miss this. You're not going to want to miss it. I don't want to spoil, but you guys got to stay for the end on this one. No spoilers today. No spoilers. No spoilers. This is going to be a fun one. In fact, I'm kind of anxious to get there. Kind of anxious. Let's do this. Yeah, yeah, definitely not today, PTP. When are you coming to see me, uh, PTP? Come up and see me, man. uh, Always look forward to seeing you, PTP, for sure. Rochelle, what's up? Oh, Rochelle, you're in for a treat today. Keeper of the list. What's up? We missed you too. -4 in London. Oh, that's Celsius, right, Alan? Um, Rochelle, you're in for a treat. That's all I'm gonna say. Wait till the end. Miss B! Oh, just who I've been looking for. Boom. Type something else in chat, Miss B. Cold and windy, eh, Paul Jackson? Yeah. It gets kind of chilly over there in jolly old England. Way too hot, Nikki. Yeah, it's the same here. We hit a record of most days without snow. Toby Dog, what's up? All right, Rochelle. Stick with it. You're going to love it. We got something special today, y'all. Something special's happening. Wait for it. I can't wait. I know, Nikki. Flies. Polly Glocks, what's up? All right, guys, just to give you a primer, You're not going to want to miss it. Stick with it. It's going to be the normal Colfax run, but a little twist at the end. It's going to be an extended run today. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way. This one's going to be pretty fun. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it. Let's just put it that way. All right, here we go, guys. We're on our normal run here. Let's see what we can gather today. Earlier today, I had a stringer alert, and I didn't get out there, but there was a fatal crash on Colfax. So all the haters that are telling me that all I do is drive around, um, yeah, that's pretty much what I do. But there's always something going on Colfax. So usually something going on, and if there's not, that's a good thing in my book. You know, I don't mind taking these runs. So you know, continue on with it, doing my thing. We are going to do something a little different today, though. So just hang in there. Heather, what's up? Hope everybody's doing great today. Having a good Saturday. Most everybody's off because of the Thanksgiving weekend type thing. So hope you're all enjoying your day. Thank you for joining. I always appreciate when you take even a few minutes of your day and you join the channel. It always means a lot to me. Uh, I know I say that quite a bit, but I don't mind saying it over and over because it's worth saying over and over. So let's get it today, guys. Let's get it. Canada, what's up? All right. What do we got going on here today? Lakewood, Tweaker Alley looking mighty quiet for a Saturday, which usually is the case during the day. I mean, a lot of stuff does happen during the day, but I'm not sitting here judging anybody. Whatever anybody does on their Saturday, as long as they're not hurting anybody else, then I've got no problem with it. You know, and it looks like the cops are leaving everybody alone for a change, so that's always good. Let's continue on with it. We're almost over to Denver, West Denver. Uh, Small little stretch of Lakewood here that I'm kind of always on the lookout for police, all the way from back, like Kipling, all the way to Sheridan on Colfax. If you guys want to look up on the map, is sporadic where Lakewood police you know, like to, for lack of a better term, harass people. The tweakers, the homeless people, the the less fortunate. It's low hanging fruit for them, so they like doing it because a lot of those people don't know their rights. So that's why I frequent there quite a bit. So you know, always got to keep them in check. And now we're all on to the Denver side of stuff. All right, here we go. Denver, guys, West Denver. Um, this is an interesting stretch of Colfax here. I know the history of this little stretch because I beat everybody at Street Fighter. You remember those old arcade Street Fighter 2 machines? Yeah, I used to, not this 7-Eleven, because it seems like there's a 7-Eleven on every block. But the next 7-Eleven is where I used to kick everybody's ass, and nobody really liked playing Street Fighter with me. They took their ball and went home. So, that's always interesting. Oh, you guys see that? I never break the rules, guys. Never break the rules. Or try not to. I try not to break the rules. There are some rules that I've tweaked. I've tested the boundaries of. Thank you, Paulie. Um, oh, Canada, I'm sorry, man. That really fucking sucks. My heart goes out to you, man. Like I know how animals are in people's lives. You know, I sorely miss a dog companion or a cat companion, man. I need an animal in my life, and I'll get one, but it's just gonna take some time. My living situation right now is not conducive to that. But Paula, you reminded me of something, and also the fact that Road Dogs is in there. Real quickly, guys, these are the holidays, and the holidays are the worst for mental health. So if you're struggling with mental health, make sure you reach out to somebody you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, if you don't have anybody you can get a hold of right away, just email me, MexicanLonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist, but sometimes just having an ear helps. But if you're having a crisis and I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember, somebody out there thinks you're their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. Um, all right, nothing doing in West Denver, guys. We're going to cross the bridge on over to central or downtown Denver. Make just stay in chat if there's a buffering zone or two over there. I'm aware of those buffering zones. I just want to make you guys aware of it, so that way, I mean, you guys, for the most part, you guys know the deal. But I always like people to happen. But we get past that, and then we go on. Angel, nice to see you in there. C-Mac, I think that's C-Mac. Yeah, welcome on in. And if I missed you, I know the mods do a really good job of welcoming people into the chat. Thank you, mods. Mods are very underappreciated, so thank you guys. Shame Canadians in there. What's up? What's up? You guys remember those stupid commercials? What's up? I think, what was that, a 90s thing or 2000s? I don't know. Tofor! I didn't even see you sneak in there. You're like a ninja. All right, guys. Getting over this bridge here. Bridge goes over I-25. I-25 is the main highway running north and south in Colorado. One of, it's the highway. You want to get to Colorado Springs, you take I-25. You want to get to Fort Collins or Wyoming, Cheyenne, you take it north. So that's past there. To the left is the skyline of Denver, which you guys see on a regular basis. Is very pretty. Growing, as is the housing situation down here. The lofts, very expensive lofts down here. Those used on the right, these high rises here used to be projects. They built projects there, like for low income families and whatnot. But now they built lofts. V for Bets, welcome on in. Good to see you. All right, here we go, guys. Downtown Denver. A little bit of buffling, air cooled. What's up? All right, guys. Might be another little bufferino zone here. Just warning. I hate the buffering zones here, but there's nothing I can do about that. It just all right, a little more buffering. Sorry about that. Lamp filled with oil. I have no idea what's gonna be filled in there, Lamp. Um, that's a good question. I mean, I always thought Burger King did very well there, but I don't know. Maybe the pandemic had more of an impact than we all know. To get to Cheyenne, you have to follow the arrows. Yeah. I've been to Cheyenne. Cheyenne's a weird town, man. Like, Wyoming in general is fucking weird, guys. One day I'm gonna take a trip up there and do some auditing. Although I'm in enemy territory up there, they really don't like people from Colorado for some reason. Um, they like to be isolated. They're completely opposite. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, the Denver metro area is like definitely left leaning, but everywhere else in Colorado seems to be right leaning. Again, there's that divide. But all of Wyoming seems to be very, very right, far right. You know, I'm neither right nor left, so you know, I don't subscribe to any. I don't like politicians in general. I think they're all crooked and in it for the money for sure. Um, I stay the way that I am. Uh, Thanks for that link, Polly. All right. I think I mentioned you, Heather. If I didn't, welcome on in. And if I did miss you, I apologize. I'm driving. I don't read comments typically unless I'm super slowed down, nobody's in front of me, or I'm at a stop sign like this, stoplight. Um, Sasquatch, nice to see you in there, man. Welcome on in. Hope everybody's having a great day today. It is lovely in the Mile High City. We dropped 2 degrees from Lakewood. It's now 55 degrees in Denver, but it's a very warm, if slightly balmy day here in the Mile. I would say it's brisk. It's not cold. But the air feels quite good, to be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna lie. It feels good today. It feels good to get out in this air. For the most part, it's fresh air. I think the air quality was good today. I'd have to look at my app to see what the air is doing today, but it's. I think it's not too bad. I mean, just breathing in general is fairly good today. To the right is Civic Center Park, which is blocked off for some weird reason. Health reasons, they say. So that lovely park we can't use. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Ellie. That really sucks. Wow. And people wonder why I say what I say almost every stream, Ellie. I've even had hate on that. I'm like, look, I'm just trying to help people out here. Well, you're not a therapist. You're not. You need to say that. You're not a therapist. You're not a psychiatrist. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, most times I do say it. You know. I mean, but sometimes it just takes somebody to listen to. Don't do it. Is what I would say. There's reasons to live. It's one thing if you're at the end of your life, you're suffering, you got cancer, and you want to let go. That's a different thing. That's a different issue altogether. You know, we get into some heavy territory there. Um, yeah, it's hard to talk about. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like I always say, it just takes an ear to listen. I mean, you don't necessarily have to give advice. You don't, necessarily. You just need someone to listen to you. I struggle with that a lot, guys. Like I, throughout my life, not just now, but throughout my life, I struggled with people just listening to the words that come out of my mouth. It's like that whole Jackie Chan thing, the rush hour thing. Are you listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth? A lot of times I'll talk and people will just blow it off like I'm not one to listen to, I guess. I don't know, but all I know is sometimes it just takes somebody to listen and empathize and sympathize and say, you know what, I'm sorry you're going through that. That really sucks, you know? And, for a lot of years, I didn't have that. I didn't have somebody saying, you know, I mean, people usually blew me off. I know how it is. Oh, look, we got the guardian angels on the left here. I mean, I don't know how I feel about those goobers. I mean, I really don't. I don't know what they're trying to do half the time. You know, do they even get paid? K Dot, what's up, my friend? Yeah, yeah, Heather, that's right. We hear, but we don't listen. You know, I mean, I've been guilty of that too. I've been guilty of it. We need to do a better job of listening. We really do. All right. Downtown Denver seems to be fairly quiet, guys, at least on the Colfax side of things. Um, you know, Mike Stevens, what's up? Nice to see you. Welcome on in. Let's continue on here. Let's continue the beat. Stay till the end, guys. This is going to be an extended run. Not going to want to miss it. I'll just say that. Oh, wow. Somebody got into an accident, looks like right here. Wow. Yeesh. Bender, bender. Yikes. That sucks. I've been there, done that. Fender benders happen even at very, very low speeds. It's like, this really sucks. What's up, K Dot? It's a nice day in the Mile High City. Oh, now it dropped a degree, so we might have a little bit of cooling air coming in soon. I don't know. I don't know what the weather is going to be like tomorrow, but it looks like the temperatures are slightly dropping the further east we go, so I don't know what that means. A lot of homeless people out here. Um, it's always tough for me to see that stuff, guys and gals. I'll be honest with you. It's not easy, not an easy thing to say to see. I want to point out something too, guys. This is not the most expensive place, expensive area to live. It's more of a lower income thing, although it is changing quite a bit. But gas prices in these type of areas tend to be a lot higher than a lot of other places. Always makes me wonder about that. Why the huge disparity in gas prices from one block to the next? You know, what is the reason for that? Because a lot of these people get the oil from the same place at the same time. So why the huge jumps or drops in prices and you know in different places and it's always inconsistent. I could never get that. I could never understand that. It's ridiculous. If you're just joining, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. I haven't had a chance to look at chat here in a second. On the left is East High School. Lovely high school in the middle of Denver. I used to be a peer counselor at that school as well, and a lot of fine people there. Uh, wow, that dog was really cool. That lady was definitely the pack leader of that little pack. She had that dog trained. It sat right at the corner, and when she wanted it to go, it left. It went. It was like, oh, mama's telling me to go. I gotta go. That's the way it should be with dogs. Yeah, I hate the way that works, Heather. I mean, oil is oil, right? Oil is oil. Like, why the difference? I mean, there's a set price for billions of gallons of oil when it comes over here from Saudi Arabia or wherever the hell it comes from. Um, and that price is set. You know, the refinery prices don't change. It doesn't cost any more or less to. This guy was a jerk in front of me. I hate when people do that. They like speed up just to get one car ahead. It's like, what's the reasoning behind that? But anyways, yeah, I know the process. I mean, the process is what it is. Oh, really, Heather? Wow, you have an insight on it. That's cool. Princess, what's up? Uh, yes, Hawk fan. We did make turkey tacos, or more succinctly, my mom made turkey tacos because, I mean, come on, it's mom, right? Mom makes the best food out of anybody, right? So, yeah, my mom made turkey tacos. The recipe is super simple. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Hold on, let me make sure. Is my audio better, guys? I had my Bluetooth on the entire damn time. Claire, what's up? Is my audio better? I'm sorry. I had my Bluetooth on the entire damn time. Anyways, the recipe is simple, Hawk fan. Recipe consists of you take a corn tortilla, you know, regular size corn tortilla. Put a little thin layer of potatoes. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Claire. Really appreciate it. So, a little thin layer of potatoes, a little bit of turkey. If you happen to have a little bit of stuffing, you can throw stuffing on there. A little bit of cheese, whatever, you know, if you want cheddar or whatever type of cheese you want. Fold that up in half, but be careful not to rip the taco because, you know, corn tortillas are a little sensitive. Put them in oil on one side with some tongs. Flip it over to the other side. Brown that side. Then lift them up. Put them on a paper towel so you can drain all that grease. And then after you do that, salt, a little bit of salt and some homemade salsa. And you got yourself one hell of a meal. Matt D, good evening, man. Nice to see you in there. Yeah, so turkey tacos, if you have leftover turkey, it's a great way to do something a little different and very, very yummy. I look forward to that every year, man. Every year. Turkey tacos are great. All right, we're doing a normal Colfax run with the twist at the end. You guys are going to want to stay around till the end. It's going to be an extended run today. You guys are going to love it. I hope you guys love it. All right. We're past Colorado, and this is technically still East Denver here, guys, for a stretch here. And then we'll get into Aurora. And normally I end over there at Peoria, but today's going to be slightly different. Actually, a lot different. So, it's going to be fun. All right, guys, we haven't seen anything, which is good. This is good. This is good news. It's not bad. It's not bad. Earlier, there was a fatal crash. I did see that on Stringer. I didn't get out there to take footage, but there was a fatal crash on Oswego on Colfax, so I believe that's in Aurora, if I'm not mistaken. We'll pass right by it. Bar on the right, I always mention that horror bar. It's called Slashers, and Slashers is awesome. So it's got expensive drinks, but they're really strong drinks, so you know you're getting like real good quality. You know, a lot of times you go and get overpriced drinks, mixed drinks at a at a bar and they're really weak, not at Slashers. You get what you pay for. Sometimes a little extra, I think. So now we're kind of getting into more, I don't know how to put it without being a little disparaging, guys. Like, it's not seedy, but it's like more low income. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I try not to do that because I don't want to give any area a bad name, but you know, it's not the greatest of areas, you know. So I guess that's the best way I could put it. I don't know. Knowledge is power, LA. What's up? Welcome on in. Peppa Brooks is in the house. How are you doing today, Ms. Pepper? Nothing going on. I think this is this the gas station? No, there's another Sinclair that looks like the one. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think that is the one. That's the one where the famous porn stash officer was trying to give me direct orders. It's either that one or the other one. I always get them mixed up. But fun. Oh, that's a funeral. Okay. I saw cherries and berries. Funeral. Getting paid overtime. Alright. Wow, I'm freezing myself out with the air conditioning. Gotta turn that off for a bit. You guys are gonna get a blast of air conditioning when we get to our destination here. I'm on a mission. I'm on a purpose today. Hang tight, guys. I got a text here. Hang tight. We still got sound? Let me know if we still got sound. Hawk sex. Pepper, you remember that? That's awesome. Thanks, everybody. Okay, cool. We got sound. I always need to make sure anytime I do something different, you know. Oh boy, the text I just got, man. Oh boy. Woo! People pushing my buttons, man. People pushing my buttons. Oh boy. Okay. I'm not gonna stress about that, guys. I'm not gonna stress about anything today. We're gonna have a little bit of fun today. Here we go. Yes, we are very close. I think right now we might be on the edge of Aurora. I don't know the boundary. I don't know the exact boundary, but it's coming up real soon. We'll be from East Denver into West Aurora on Colfax. Yes, I see you, PTP. What's up? Everybody subscribe to PTP's channel. The man is doing great work down in Colorado Springs. I'd like to say that we are very good friends at this point. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already to Police the Police 719. I'm sure somebody will drop the link in chat very shortly. So, you miss me? I miss you too, man. You got to make a trip up here, bud. That's what friends are for. Yeah, man. Come on up, PTP. You owe me one or two, man. Come on up. Thank you, Ellie. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. the mods don't know how much I appreciate them, but I really do. I really, really appreciate all the mods and all the modern mods. All right, yeah, we're definitely in Aurora now. This is Aurora, and normally I end my stream over at Peoria, but we're gonna extend it today, guys and gals. All right. Looking down each side street, nothing going, guys. I mean, literally nothing going on, which is always good. I like for Lakewood, Aurora, Denver, all to be safe. These are all my areas of where I go. During the daytime it seems to be a little more chill most times. I mean, although I have seen anything and everything during the day, up to and including shooting. So you just never know. We're sauntering on, y'all. We're in almost into central Aurora here. Not the greatest of neighborhoods, I will tell you guys that. A good way of knowing that you're in a lower income neighborhood is the amount of pawn shops that appear. And you'll see one to the right there. There's another one that's literally the same block. There's probably, I'd say 3 or 4. There's another pawn shop right there. Within a 3-4 block radius, there's probably 4 or 5 pawn shops. There's one on the left called Pasternak's, I believe. There's Jumpin' Jack Cash on the right. There was another one before this one. So that's 3 that I counted in a 2-block radius. And I think there's 2 more. Later, princess. So there's, I mean, that's a really good indication. How many pawn shops do you have in a main drag? Okay, here's another one coming, another one right on the right, another one on the left. So that's 4 within a 3-block radius. Let's see if there's any more. And that's not counting left and right, just off of the main drag here. Dollar store, which I just got wind that Dollar Store is raising its prices to $1.25, which may not seem like a big deal, but it's a big deal, guys. A lot of people shop for groceries there. Think about it. That's a quarter of the revenue that you're going to have to account for. And so that means you're going to have to take one of your days away of food. So you just lost your buying power by 25% at Dollar Store. It's a huge deal. It's not a small deal. Nova, what's up? Nice to see you. Yeah, $1.25 store. It's a big deal. It's a real big deal. It's not. I don't know. I'm really upset about that, actually, guys, because I see a lot of senior citizens shopping at the dollar store for their groceries because they're on a fixed income. Bye, Bernie. Are you leaving? We love you, especially me. Yeah, notably Nova. There you go. I mean, that's what I'm saying. 25 cents doesn't sound like a big deal, but that's a quarter. That's 25. Imagine just going to a grocery store, buying your normal groceries at Walmart, and having those same groceries cost 25% more. It's awful. I know it sounds trivial, and for anybody with a well-paying job, it doesn't matter. But anybody with a minimum wage or lower than, or close to minimum wage job, less than $15 an hour, and you shop at dollar store, it's a big deal, guys. It's a big deal. I don't think they should raise the price on groceries at all. I think any groceries that they have in there should stay. If they want to charge $1.25 for anything else in the store, okay, I guess I can see it. But the groceries should stay the same because, man, those poor people, they're gonna have to make tough decisions. Do I buy my medication this week or do I buy groceries? Yeah, inflation sucks, Nova. That's crazy, Pepper. That's ridiculous. Yeah. No, I know. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it seems like trivial. Like, of course anybody, that has a high-paying job's not going to give a shit, right? An extra quarter, what difference does it make to them? Somebody like me, it makes a difference. Somebody that's a senior citizen is going to make a difference. Somebody that's for a low-paying job and has to rely on getting stuff from a dollar store, that's a big issue. That's a bigger issue than what people are even thinking, man. I mean, it blows my mind, I mean, ridiculous. All because CEOs need to make more money, That's what it boils down to. CEOs, executives, they got to make more money. How do they make more money? All right, guys, normally I'd be telling you this is a stretch little run here, and but there is going to be a buffering zone. Stick around. There might be a little buffering zone coming up on Peoria here, but trust me, stick around, guys. You're not going to want to miss this. We're going someplace special today. Unless I find something super egregious, which I don't expect in this little stretch here. So hang tight, guys. Buckle up. Buckle up. All right. Hospital on the left. I want to say something about healthcare workers and stuff in general, guys. There's a new variant of, the global pandemic going around. I'm afraid to say the word because, I don't want YouTube to get all worried about anything. But there's a new variant in South Africa that's ravaging South Africa. All right, guys, are we back? All right, cool. Sorry about that, guys. There's a buffering zone there. Okay. What I was saying, this nurse said a bone-chilling quote, and we all should be paying attention to this quote. She said, they are at their breaking point, guys. The healthcare workers are absolutely at their breaking point, and we should all be paying attention to that, because I tell you what, if all the healthcare workers quit, who is going to help us recover if we get sick? Who's going to help us recover? That's what I gathered from the new strain that's going around, right? The new mutation. It's scary food for thought, guys. Think about that quote. We have nothing left to give. They're spent, guys. They're spent. They don't know what else to do. What can they do? Some of them are working 80 to 100 hours every week. Full-time jobs, plus extra. I feel so bad. Also, think about it. They're in the presence of that virus, you know, for more hours than not. It's terrible. I'll get to your comments here in just a second. This should be good, guys. Hang in there. If we run into a buffering zone coming up, I apologize, but trust me, we'll be okay. Thank you guys for sticking around. Really appreciate it. And we're gonna go someplace. And I'm getting to it right now. Right now. It's like that Van Halen song. We're getting to it right now. Hey, look, my cousin car's to the right. My twin. Lulu, what's up? Nice to see you, Lulu. Later, Bernie. Have a good day. All right. Right, Heather. They are quitting, but I'm talking about a mass exodus that's coming up soon. All right, guys. We're almost there. The anticipation is building. You're not going to want to miss this. Not going to want to miss this one, guys. I guarantee it. All right, might be a little bit of buffering here. I don't know this little stretch here. I'm anticipating a little bit of buffering, but we'll get through it, and then we'll get to the main attraction of this live stream. All right. This is Aurora. We're in Aurora. You guys see the building ahead? All right, guys. We're getting there. We are getting there. Can you guys see those buildings up ahead? Hope you're doing well, Lulu. Been thinking about you for a bit. All right, I think I'm caught up on chat. We're almost to our destination, y'all. If I'm being quiet, I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna say. You guys will understand. Alright guys, we're at our destination here. Let me give you guys a rundown real quick. Let me park and then I'll talk to you guys. I don't want to, don't want to distract myself too much from what's going on. Does this look familiar to anybody? It should. we've got COVID shots being administered to the right. And I said it, and I shouldn't have, because now YouTube's going to be all over me. Whatever. So here we go, guys. We're almost here. This is my destination today, guys. I wasn't happy with the way that I was treated at this library by an employee. If you guys have seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, please watch it. And the live that was from last Wednesday, so day before yesterday. Hold on a second, y'all. Yep, that's right. Yes, Knowledge, we're at the library. Okay. We're at the Aurora Public Library. Let me give you guys a shot of cold air, though, because my phone's a little heated. Okay, Rochelle, we're back. We're back at that library. I've got questions, and hopefully we're going to get some answers today on what happened. We're going to talk to somebody that's in charge here at this library to see if they can help us out. I'm confused. Hey, Paulie, is that my link that you just put up there? Hang tight, guys. Thank you, Paulie. Really appreciate that. Okay, guys. I got to prepare here. I got to get my battery pack and all that stuff. But we're going to go back in. And I want to talk to somebody that... might be able to help us with some answers, because I've got a few questions. So, here we go. Let's see if they're a little more prepared today, guys. But we're going in. And I'm going to ask questions. We're at the... Aurora Public Library, y'all. And you know what? Actually, before I go in there, I'm gonna get my good mic so we can get some good audio. Let's just be 100% accurate on this. I want to get every word because words matter. Okay, let me do a sound check with you guys before I go in there. Okay, do you still hear me? What's up, Denizen? Nice to see you in chat. All right, so it sounds good. Okay, here we go, guys. We're gonna head on in. We're gonna go back to the Aurora Public Library. I just have some questions, guys. I'm gonna be very calm. Hopefully things will go completely different. I'm gonna give them another chance here to act better. So let's see what happens here. Again, this is the Aurora Public Library. This is a follow-up. Nobody anticipated me coming back this soon, but I'm here. Rather than fill out the form that they gave me, I think that it's kosher just to come back in and let's see what's going on. You know what? Let's preempt things here. All right. All right, let's go this way. I'm going straight into here, guys, and I want to figure out a couple of things. Let's see if anybody. Hi there. I was wondering, do you know who's in charge of this particular area that I could talk to?
She is currently at lunch. She should be back in a half
Half
an
an
hour.
hour?
Find someone else.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Uh, okay. I want to see something else here, guys. So this might be a long one. So let's continue on here. Again, this is the Aurora Public Library. Let me see something here. Hi there. I was wondering, is there a person that's in charge of the entire library that I could talk to?
Not today.
Okay. When would they be in, and who would that person be?
That would be Joanna
Okay, so it would be Joanna then.
on Monday.
Okay, on Monday. Okay.
Yes.
Is there somebody that's in charge of youth services that I can talk to, or because I talked to the lady back there, she said she might be on break or a lunch.
That's who it is. The
The,
supervisor back there. Yeah, and if she's at lunch right now, that might be where she's at.
okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, guys, we'll take an extensive tour of the library here. You go in this corner. If at any time it buffers, I'll go back. But let's go in this corner here so we can talk a little bit. Okay. I will DMA. I have questions. Conrad, nice to see you in there. Um, yeah, I did a surprise check here, DMA. I want to make sure that, that things are kosher, and I have questions. That's why I'm here. So we're going to wait. I'm going to take a thorough tour of this lovely library and show you guys everything, and then we'll continue on. Okay. You know what I love about the library, guys? And I think I've been here a few times. I love the amount of windows that they got. On a clear day, you can see the mountains over there. It's really, really pretty. But look at the vast library that they got. Let's continue downstairs, guys. I'm going to try to lower my voice a little bit. They do offer masks, which is nice. For people that don't have them, there's a mandate now. Even though there's no laws that say I have to wear a mask. with you guys in just a second here. It's a huge library, Ellie. Big library. These are conference rooms here, guys, where, people can study or read, whatever. Let me read chat here. Tapa, what's up? D Trails, what's up, man? Chad up here. Chad's not here today, guys. I have inside info. Chad is not here today. Matt D, just wait. It's coming. We're gonna wait. DMA. Why would I do that? Why would I give any channel info? Yeah, you bet, Lulu. I'll remain calm. I always am. Yeah, Conrad, it's video's crazy. Did you see both the live and the static video, Conrad? Hey, Boiled Corruption. Happy holidays, bud. Okay. I have multiple questions, guys. Actually, let me close the door and sit down and talk with y'all. Okay. Let's talk. Like my Michael Myers mask? Let's get this off for just a second. Got a lot of questions here, guys. If anybody's seen the video, uh, the first concern that I have that I'll be asking, and I hope they're watching, is um, this guy. This guy's unhinged. What is he doing? Not only working here, but working with kids. All right, I've gotten multiple um, text, emails of people literally wondering what this guy was doing working with kids, with his behavior. So that's going to be a question that I'm definitely asking. Um, I've got other concerns, but I'd rather not talk about them at the moment because I don't think that one in particular I think can be answered today, but the other two probably cannot be answered today. I need to talk to like Joanna when I come back because I'll be back to talk to her because I simply don't think that I honestly don't think that the form that she gave us is sufficient. So um, I've got 4 places of interest, actually five places of interest that I need satisfied before I can feel comfortable at this library again. Um, it's not the first, Conrad. That's a great point. You know, I was talking to somebody this morning about it because I got people that call me on these things, and the person I was talking to has a very solid reputation. And the question that he was asking was, um, what happens if an unruly teenager goes up to this guy and takes a selfie, like a lot of these millennials do? You know what I'm saying? If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. What happens if a YouTuber happens to meet, a young YouTuber comes in, or an aspiring YouTuber comes in and is taking a quick video of their trip to the library? Super innocent, right? What happens then? What does this guy do then? These are questions I need to know. Can anybody with any sense of reliability say that they'd be okay with bringing their kid here? Would they? Would you? Would I have 2 kids? Can I bring my kid here? Can you bring your kid here? Are any kids safe up there? Can anybody answer that? Do you honestly think that the kids were afraid of people with cameras, or do you think they were afraid of this guy throwing around chairs and water bottles and or anything? Do you think anybody's safe around that guy? Good point, Road Dog. So, yeah, I would too. I would too, Ellie. I'd be extremely concerned, and if I was a parent there that day, um, I might have made a few phone calls. And I may not have been back, which is a shame because this is a beautiful library. You guys can see it in the video. This library is extraordinary. It's a big library. It's a big library. And that guy made a ruckus that the entire library heard. This is supposed to be a place of quiet, a place of studying, a place of concentrating. How can anybody concentrate with that nonsense going on? The kids were fine until he flipped out. I'm sure that was upsetting for them. Even as an adult, I'd be shaken up. I explained it, Rochelle. I was um, I was shaking, not out of not out of like being I mean, I was kind of afraid. I thought he was going to throw the water bottle. I'm not concerned with whether or not I'd be. I mean, because that was what somebody said at one point. You know, you would break that guy in half. I was like, I'm not concerned with that. You know, I mean, that's not why I was shaking. I had so much adrenaline, a lot of adrenaline, guys, and it took me all the way till the police station to get rid of that adrenaline. You were, yes, you were, and that one lady said that smart A comment about him being small. Um, does it make a difference? He threw that bottle down with such force that it shattered it in half. And when we went back up there, the bottle was gone from the trash, and some lady was picking up the shards. And by the way, I took home a uh, a souvenir. When I took my vest off, a piece of that water bottle was lodged in my vest. So that's how um, forceful this guy was. Yeah, DMA. That's from my perspective. That's what I saw. I saw that. Yeah. What if this guy had a weapon? That's a fair point, Conrad. Yeah, I did. I found that piece on my vest. Knowledge is power. No, to my knowledge, he was an employee here. We'll find out. Um, DMA, I've got questions about the security guard, which I'll be addressing today too. So we're going to give it a few minutes here, and we're going to go back up and see if the supervisor for that area is here. Gypsy Auditor, what's up? Nice to see you. I'm going to get answers, Rochelle. I'm going to ask that question, Ellie. Does this library do background checks on its employees? Because something about that guy isn't right. And that's not my only concern here. I have a concern. God, I need to shave, right? Jeez. I look terrible, guys. Sorry. um, I'm going to ask the questions. And if I don't get out all the answers today, I'll be back. Maybe not Monday, but I'll be back. D Trails, his dad probably. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it because he did. That's another concern of mine. Is it okay for your employees to wear political statements on their wear, on their uniform? No, the cops were called, Alan. The cops did come out, but luckily, Joanna went out there while we were in this section down below. The cops were greeted by Joanna on the outside, and Joanna de-escalated. I actually think that Chad should have got a disorderly conduct ticket at the very least. Yeah. Um, I think Chad might be autistic or something seemed off. Yeah, I don't know about autism, DMA. I think that's an easy excuse for him, but I think he definitely has mental issues and he needs help. He needs a lot of help. Um, I don't think government employees should be able to wear that stuff. I agree, Conrad. It was an egregious thing, and I'm gonna figure that out too. What their policy is about wearing on their person political statements while they're working, because they have no control over people when they're off work. You know, when they're not on site. But here, I mean, if I was a business, I wouldn't want, whether it be public or private, I wouldn't want anybody wearing any type of political statement. I don't want to piss off anybody. So we're going to ask the question, aren't we? I mean, if I don't get answers from her, this lady upstairs, I will get answers. So whether today or Monday or Tuesday, next week, 2 weeks from now, I'll be doing a revisit. I don't live too far from here. You're right, DMA. It's a desecration of the flag. And that dude definitely needs to go. Thanks for joining, K-Dot. I just saw you in there, man. Um, I'm sure that the lady is aware that I'm here in the building, so she's gonna prepare herself for, you know, I'm not gonna be upset at her because obviously she wasn't here, um, but I have questions. Thanks, Polly. Really appreciate the links, man. What else we got in here? Dude definitely needs to go, K Dot. They obviously have plenty of masks. He could have worn instead. That's a great point. That's a great point, D Trails. That's a great point. I'm gonna have to remember that when I talk to this lovely person. Um, yeah, Rochelle. I do this so obviously we can get that guy removed from the youth center at the very least, and hopefully for the betterment of everybody out of the building. I mean, if they have a different building for, maybe he can work in the police station as like a liaison or something. He would be better suited for that. Um, yeah, I might do that, Knowledge. I might do that. If he was hired for a favor, exactly. Um, later, DMA. Appreciate you, man. Happy holidays, Boiled. Uh, so if I, oh, no doubt, man. If I had been belligerent like Chad, what do you guys think would have happened to me? I mean, honestly, tell me, in your honest opinion, if I had acted the same way that this guy acted, what would have happened to me? Um, no, I agree, Pepper, but I'm saying, I mean, the most appropriate place for the dude would be, you know, in the police station. All right, let's go up and see what's going on. Let me adjust my camera a little bit here. Put on good old Michael Myers Mascherino so I don't get told anything. Yeah, I think he should have been in cuffs too, to be honest. Jail, fines, trespass. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, a disorderly conduct citation, you would think, right? Let's continue taking a tour of this building, this lovely building. It's awesome. I'm gonna try to be a little quiet here, guys.
I'm gonna wait right over here, guys. Look how great this youth center is here, guys. I will ask that question too, Ellie. But look how beautiful this youth center is, guys. This is really cool. Let me inform this lady that I'm gonna wait right over here. I'm gonna wait in that corner over there for her when she gets back, and that way I can just talk to her for a minute. Appreciate it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take off this thing for now. The sound, the microphone, and I am going to. She just went into that room there. Put on my battery pack. I'm a little low on battery, so hang tight, guys. Might not say too much, but I am reading your comments. Yeah, D-Trails, good call. Good call. Can you guys still hear me, by the way? Okay. I'm gonna put on I'll put on the other microphone when it gets closer time to talk to this lady. Let me turn the camera this way, guys. There's kids here, so I want to be respectful. Hey, Lori, thank you for coming. You guys can come on through. I don't have my camera this way. Yeah, at all. Yeah.
Okay. Pick out, Riley, you can pick out a couple. Pick out what you want, kiddo.
This one.
Feminist baby? We can get that. Well, these are more like littler kid books, but you might still like them. Do you want to pick one? Hi there. I'm Kate.
Hi. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm sorry.
I'm Kate. Yeah, Kate? I'm the youth supervisor here.
Okay. Kate, can I talk to you for a few
Of
minutes?
course. Yeah. Do you
like
want
maybe in private?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Sorry, sweetie.
Excuse me, John.
And your name is?
I'd rather not right
Okay,
now.
yeah, no worries.
I got you on camera right here, and
Yeah,
I don't
thanks,
want to
Tony.
dox myself in front of everybody. So, but I just need to talk to you about a couple of things
Of course, yeah.
that happened here the other day. I'm sure you're probably aware.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna just go into my office here. If you
Okay,
don't mind.
appreciate it. Do you have a card by chance that I
Yeah,
can
of
get
course.
from you? I would appreciate that.
Yeah. There
Thank
go.
you very much. I don't know if you've had a chance to necessarily watch the video
Yeah.
that I published, but I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah, understandably. I think everyone at the library is too, and you know.
Yeah. Actually, there was quite a few things I was concerned even beyond the main one that I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
The main concern that I had was the fact that this guy, I believe his name is Chad. I think that's what I gathered. His name was. Is he an employee here? First of all.
He is employed here.
Okay. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. I'm still. I wanted to come back and really express my concerns to the person that oversaw the whole library, which I believe is Joanna, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
correct.
The director of library and cultural services is not Joanna.
Okay.
They can get you in contact with them.
I may have some more questions for them, but I'm going to ask you all the questions that I have, and maybe you can answer them, which would be really, really good. By the way, this library is really lovely. I mean, it's a fantastic library. It should be a shining example for everybody, all the way over to Belmar Library in Lakewood. I mean, I've seen a few libraries in my lifetime, but this library is extraordinary. It's a great library. Let's start with Chad. I guess my first question is are there background checks for your employees when you?
City of Aurora has
Okay.
background checks.
What do you think of his behavior in general?
Yeah, I think everyone here, including himself, doesn't feel like it was appropriate, certainly around children, but for anyone, right?
Right, and I guess that was my second question, of all places to have Chad working around kids should probably be the last place I would probably put that guy based on his behavior and the way that he was acting. What are your policies on rude behavior and I guess physical acts is the best way that I can put it.
Well, just you guys filmed the rules and courtesy rules that we have for patrons. We expect the same of staff, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't harass people. You can't be violently threatening people. So these are all things we will be taking into consideration when figuring out, what the consequences are.
The reason that I came back, I thought it was important. When I first came here, my intention was not to aggravate, not to put anybody in any sort of position other than there's a person with a camera in the library, which is a protected activity.
Right.
My purpose is to educate and make people aware that it's okay. Just because somebody has a camera does not mean it's for nefarious purposes. At first I had no intentions of even going into the youth center. You can see from my video, I clearly state a couple of times that, I don't even want to go in there out of respect, not because I can't, I know I could. I mean, I know your rules state that you have to be a parent or guardian. Well, I'm a parent.
Mm-hmm.
What if I needed to go back there and grab a book?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone
And also,
using the collection, using
right.
the materials.
Exactly. So what were you doing back there? Things of that nature. But I think I quelled all of those questions. So there was no question of my right to be there before, during, and after that incident. But my concern basically was his behavior. and the way that he acted. And I want to know exactly what's going to be done about it, because I think it's a huge concern to the citizens of Aurora in general. And I think,
You know, to us, the library is a place where people should feel comfortable and
Right.
welcome coming into the space. And, you know, I certainly can understand why you wouldn't feel comfortable and welcome after watching that video. So those, you know, I'm happy to follow up with you and let you know what is decided and how we move forward. At this point, we don't have a consequence put in place.
okay, I would like a follow-up on
Yeah,
it,
of course. I'd
if
love
you would
your
mind.
name and phone number.
I will leave that with you before I leave. Don't let me forget, because
Yeah.
sometimes I tend to forget. There was another thing that happened. I mean, another thing about Chad that I want to express to you. What is your policy as far as employees wearing political attire?
Yeah.
Is there a policy in place to prevent such things? Um, and if so, why wasn't Chad following those
Those
procedures
policies. Yeah.
that day?
We don't have a policy in place about
Okay.
that, but as an institution that is, you know, finds learning an important thing, you know, it is something, again, we're learning what policies need to be in place to make sure people feel welcome and comfortable.
And you understand why I asked the question,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there
I
it
saw
would
the
be,
video.
if you took a private business and, let's say a McDonald's, for instance, and somebody were to wear a Donald Trump T-shirt or a Joe Biden T-shirt to work, it would be inappropriate either way. There's no,
Right.
there's no real leeway for that, and that's what I was wondering about the library in general. If that's allowed, that's another kind of hot point that I want to point out to you. He had a blue line mask on, which is um, a desecration of the United States flag, and whether you are on one side of the picture or the other, there really is no place for that, like in a place of work. And I didn't know how the library handled that. But now that I know there's no policy, maybe there should be a meeting about it, and maybe something should be put in place about that, because it is, to a lot of people, it's a symbol of hatred.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't allow, obviously, anybody to wear a swastika
Right.
around their face, or I'm not saying that there's an equivalency there, but you see my point.
Definitely. Yeah. Again, our job is to make people feel welcome and comfortable in the space. And if
Right.
you're wearing something that makes people feel unwelcome and uncomfortable in the space,
Mhm.
so
Okay.
yes, I definitely see your point.
I guess another concern of mine, I actually have two concerns.
Okay.
Um, actually, I have three concerns that I'm going to go over with you, and maybe
Yeah.
you can answer my questions and stuff. And I'll do another follow up with the director.
Yeah.
I'd like to get her information or his information before
Of course.
I leave as well. Uh, there was a security guard here that, first of all, the mask that we wear, the mandate that's in place is that through the city of Aurora?
It's Tri-County Health has
Okay,
put out the mandate.
Tri-County Health. Okay. Now there's no law saying that somebody can walk in here uh, uh, without, or they can't walk in here without a mask. Is that correct? So anybody can walk through the doors. What is your policies on handling somebody that does not wear a mask? I mean, I'm wearing a mask
Yeah,
right now
we've
because
been asked to suggest to people based on the mandate that, you know, we've been told as the public comes in, anyone over two, we've been asked to ask them to wear a mask, and if they don't want to wear a mask, that's their
okay.
choice.
Are they asked to leave the library or okay? I was just wondering about that because the security guard
I
was
think we're looking, that mandate was put into place Wednesday.
okay.
So I think we'll expect in the next few days there will be a citywide
Okay.
answer
And
to
once
that.
the city puts in a mandate, it would it be in your purview as an employee here to tell somebody to leave, or
Depends on what they, you know, I'm not, unfortunately, they don't pay me the
Right.
big bucks to make
Okay.
those decisions,
okay?
so I can't really answer
Fair
that
enough. Fair
question.
enough. I understand, and I understand why you wouldn't be able to say one way or another. And that's kind of like the minor concern of mine, like, because I do understand we're in a global pandemic, and there's a lot of misinformation, information. Everybody wants to be safe. I totally get it.
And again, like I've said before, my job is to make people feel safe
Right.
and welcome in the
Right.
space. And
Right.
so, again, it's a double-edged sword, right? Some people don't feel safe, some people don't feel welcome. So
Right.
it's a balancing act.
I get it. I
That's
think
part of our
safety
job.
should probably be the number one concern in almost all situations. And I understand. I know why you guys are trying to make people wear masks and all that. I have no issue with it. Okay. The other concern I had was with the security guard when he told me that I couldn't be behind the computers in that center space there where you have workers there. And he said it was because of patrons' information is on those
Yeah,
screens.
so there's a state statute, Colorado state statute, that as a librarian, we are responsible for keeping our patrons anonymous. And so that's also where there is a fine line for us, right? Of when a patron is in the space, they should be anonymous, and if they're being filmed, they lose their anonymity. So patron records, that's part of their privacy rights. So
Okay, so my question then is the onus on the person that's a patron here for that, or is the onus on the
So
employee?
the state statute actually states that library staff can be prosecuted for not protecting people's anonymity.
Okay, so again, my question is that up to the patrons to make sure that privacy is protected, or is it up to the employee to make sure that information is protected?
Yeah, I believe the statute says it's the employee to protect.
Okay. All right. I just
but
wanted to.
I'd love to. I have it in a file
Okay.
here. I'd love to look
I
over
read
the
it,
exact
and
language.
it's exactly what you said.
Okay.
It is an employee that is to make sure that information is protected. So, a security guard telling me that I couldn't be where I was, which, if you saw the video, I went nowhere near behind the computer. But even if I was, I'd be a-okay doing that. You guys have screensavers. Your computers right now
Are off. Yeah.
are off,
Yeah.
right? So if they're not being used, which they weren't at the time, the screensaver is going to protect that screen. And there's an obvious reason why you guys have screensavers on there. Not only is it to save the computer screens from burnout and whatnot, but it's also to save customers' information from prying eyes. So that was another concern of mine. And I did clearly ask the security guard if he told everybody that went and sat in your lovely chairs in the corner there. As I was sitting in the chairs, I was kind of looking at the computers, and I noticed, like, one of the screens was off, but B, there was no way of really I think you guys have privacy kind of screens on there anyways.
I don't know.
So there's no real way of seeing a patron's, information from almost any distance other than being right in front of the computer. So I was kind of confused, and I did state to the security officer that it really isn't my problem. It's not my concern. I'm not here to get, I wasn't here nefariously trying to get a patron's information. So for him to point that out was really odd to me, and I think that's something that needs to be discussed.
Okay.
Maybe even if you guys don't have privacy screens, it is in an open area where anybody can walk back there. I know you guys intend that to be for kids, and for the most part it is for kids. I've seen kids in there walking around. It's a great, that spot is excellent. It's a great place for kids to feel safe and stuff, unless Chad's working there. It's just a fantastic little space for young people to read and get involved with reading. So that was a concern of mine. Another concern of mine was there was an employee. She had a blue shirt on in the video. She was a little shorter employee with black hair. She said, and this was really disturbing to me, because throughout the whole encounter, I stayed as calm as I possibly could have. Even when I thought that Chad was going to throw a water bottle at me, at the very last second, I don't know if you saw that particular part, it looked like he was going to throw it at me. And I don't know how I would have acted. I can't, can't predict what would have happened at that point. But at the last second, he threw it to the right of me. And right after that incident, two things happened. The African American lady that came up immediately tried to distract from what was currently happening with an unhinged employee. That's the best way that I can put it. I apologize if that offends, but instead of worrying about him and what was going on with him, she was more worried about the fact that somebody, a mom, I believe, she said, was calling the police on us. Um, for what reason, I still have no idea. That we were filming kids, I guess, is what the excuse was. But she was way more concerned with those actions than she was with what was going on right in front of her. With a gentleman, that's I'm putting that loosely, that threw a chair down and threw a temper tantrum is the best way that I can put that as well. By the way, I took a souvenir home from that. And I didn't even know. After I got home, I had a piece of shard from Chad's water bottle embedded in my vest. So it just emphasized the point that what happened to that day was just one of the worst cases of rage in a public space from a public employee that I think I've ever seen. And I'm not using hyperbole. I think it was really egregious. So my concern was, another one of my concerns was the woman being way more concerned with the police being called on us for having a camera than a guy that was completely out of control. And if I read the statute right, disorderly conduct should have been a charge placed on Chad that day, because in a public place, if I were to have done the same thing, I would have been let out in handcuffs. And I'm really surprised that the police didn't come in and at least question Chad on his behavior. Now, being that he had a blue line mask on, he might have had a little more leeway, because it's obvious that he's sympathetic to law enforcement, and he's a big supporter, which to each his and her own. But you can see the difference there. Why wasn't he at least talked to you by the police? Like, why didn't the police come in and at least address that particular
Yeah, I don't
part of it?
know. I know there was multiple conversations with Chad afterwards. I'm not sure who all spoke to him. 'Cause I
Okay.
wasn't here.
And I know you weren't here, so I'm not blaming you for anything. I'm just glad I'm able to talk to somebody
Yeah,
about this.
our job is to listen to the public, right? Our
Right,
job
right.
is to hear you out and to make a space that you want. So.
Right. And that's why I'm here. I'm here
Yeah.
to make a little bit of a difference, because I'm, as a parent, I'm a little concerned. I know I have friends that live here as well, and they have children, and when I told them the story, and I just told them, I didn't show them any video. They were like, "Wow, did that really happen?" I said, "Yes, it really did happen," and it's surprising to me, because this library usually has a really good reputation. I'm still searching for answers, is what I'm saying, and I'm here talking to you for that. The last concern that I have was with the employee that had a blue shirt on, that told, basically, I was explaining to Joanna, who was there, how I was still shaking. I mean, I wasn't shaking out of necessarily fear. My adrenaline was pumping, after that, as anybody's would, and I was still like, I could see my hand, like, I was like kind of checking myself just to make sure I was okay, and everything was okay. There was a lady that came by. I don't know if you know who she is, a little shorter, black hair, blue shirt, that when I was explaining to Joanna that I was still shaking from the incident, she said, "You're shaking? You attacked him." So she was trying to turn the narrative to where I was the aggressor and I was the one that attacked him, when in reality it was quite opposite. I mean, if I had done something wrong, I would fully admit it, and I'd say, look, I mean, I might have did A, B, and C wrong, But I think in that case, I mean, in reviewing this video over and over, I don't think I did anything wrong. You may think otherwise. There may be other opinions, but in all honesty, I got it on camera, so it's not like I don't have a record of it. You know what I'm saying? So I want your opinion on that. Whether or not you think that your employee, your coworker, was correct in that assessment, or if you think, like I think, like there was really nothing that I did that was super egregious to the point where I caused the actions that day.
Yeah, I don't know, not knowing what was spoken when the context was, I can't give you an opinion. I think you have the right to be in the space, and so
Did you see the video?
I've seen a few different videos, so I'm not sure
Okay.
which one, you're speaking to.
Okay, I have a completely unedited version that I'd like to send you for your review,
You have
and
my
I'll
contact
send it to you.
information.
So that was pretty much. I think that those are all my concerns. I mean, you're the employee. I mean, there was a heavyset gentleman up at the front. I think he's still there today. Acted very good. Didn't mind us being. We were here. I was here with two other people, and it was just on a whim. It wasn't like I planned this all out and I was trying to get anybody. I just.
I figured it was the mask mandate, and it was,
Right. It was.
people are
I mean,
wondering.
it was kind of just an off kilter kind of. I mean, I wanted to kind of make sure that we were okay filming in all of these places. There's a police station here. There's the municipal building. There's, I believe, the courthouse is on the other side, or
Yeah.
there's
So some places are non-public forums, right, and other places are public.
right. And I just wanted to make sure that we were okay in all the public places, that I could be. And obviously, if there's a place that is not public, it's definitely posted. So I was just uh, doing, I think, my constitutional duty as best as I could to make sure that we're able, because if we don't do these type of things, there's a point in time when we could lose these freedoms. So that's why I do what I do. I just want to make that very clear. I'm not here to cause any issues, no matter where I go. I mean, it seems like trouble follows me, kind of sometimes, but it's not no doing of my own. I'm usually very, very calm in my demeanor. Um, I don't try to antagonize, and I think I want you guys to understand that's purely wasn't my intention that day, and I don't think anybody in the library deserved that day, that whole scenario. So those are just
Yeah.
my thoughts on the matter, and I just wanted to make sure that you understood and knew that I didn't have nefarious intentions of coming in here and filming your wonderful library. So, and to be honest, everybody's been pretty great, especially the patrons. Nobody, I mean, usually there'll be one or two people, I don't want to be on camera, even though
What do you usually do when people say that? Like, how do you handle that?
I usually tell them, well, you're in a public space, and if you don't want to be in camera, why come up to a camera? I mean, it's usually somebody that will come up to me and say, I don't want to be on camera. Well, I mean, leave. I mean, that's usually what I say. I mean, you have a choice. You don't have to be right here. You can be somewhere else. So
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
are
I
my
guess
thoughts.
like our job, right, is to make people feel safe and welcome. So I'm always trying to think, okay, I have those patrons who come and say, the family who said, oh, we don't want our child filmed, which I think incited the whole incident. What's our best move, right? We're looking
Right.
to improve,
I mean-
and so we, okay, we move them to a study room, so it's a private
Right,
space.
right.
We
I
find
mean-
them another space to be. So
You guys have plenty of spaces like that, and I mean, this video is no exception. I went downstairs and I didn't peer into any of the quote unquote private rooms that have windows. You know what I mean? I mean, that's something completely different. But I'm as respectful as I can be. I mean, I saw kids that day, and even here there was a couple. There was a young woman with a couple of tiny kids, probably 3-4 years old, and I made sure that she knew my camera's not on you guys. I got it pointed towards me and stuff like that, just so she felt a little bit better about the situation. But she she understood and she went and her kids got the books. I didn't bother them. I sat there, I waited for you,
Yeah.
and everything was kosher. There was no issues.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
I really, it's from us, we're, looking to improve and make sure people feel welcome. So
right.
when people watch the video and say, oh, if I go to the library, I might be filmed, I don't want to go to the library. So how do we
Well, I mean,
make the space feel welcoming? And,
right. I
we
think,
don't want to block people's access
right,
to information.
right.
So,
I think that the correct tack to take, and this is just from my experience, is to say simply, people have the right to film in here, which Joanna did say that in front of all the employees that were there at the time. They have every right to film here. I think the same tack should be with patrons. They have every right to film here. You're more than welcome to go to a different section or kindly ask. I mean, and if there's a problem after that, if somebody like me with the camera is being belligerent, it's the same thing of how chat, like if I did anything the way that I'm sure you guys would have handled it maybe even a little differently. Maybe you guys would have called the police and had me escorted out because of the way that I was acting. So I think those are the type of things, like there's not, it's not rocket science, it's just education and educating people the proper way. Hey, these people have every right to be here. Now if they're being aggressive with you, if they're calling you names, if they're breaking any of the rules, then by all means we'll
right,
intervene and make sure that you feel safe and whatnot. But other than that, there's nothing to be done. You see what I'm saying? It's as
well,
benign.
there is something to be done on my half for my patrons who don't feel comfortable, right?
Right.
So that's all I'm thinking about is
Right.
how do I make people feel comfortable? Because a lot of people don't feel comfortable.
Right. And it's really strange because, and I'll tell you, since we're talking cordially and normally I keep to somebody cordially because they're very combative and you've been not combative in any way, and neither have I. Um, it's really strange because I'm a little bit older, and back in the day when camcorders first came out, wait to be in front of that camcorder. You probably remember, hey mom, just wait and super happy and I mean, no matter what anybody was doing. I mean, we could have been at a water park, we could have been at a library, we could have been at a park in general. We anywhere you had a camera, people, the novelty of it was everybody wanted to wave in front of that camera and photobomb it, and say, hey, I'm here, hey mom, or do whatever, ham it up, whatever. Very rare was it that somebody didn't want to be on camera back in the day.
What do you think has changed?
I don't know. Now it's complete opposite. Nobody wants to be on camera.
Do you think it's because it's more pervasive? Like there's more,
Well,
like you said, when it first came out, it was novel, it's new. Now
well,
everyone's
I think the problem is we have cameras everywhere. You guys have cameras in these libraries that are doing the same exact thing as I am.
But we're not posting it to a public place, right?
Does it matter?
To some people, it does matter.
I mean, I can FOIA any one of these cameras, so it is public. I mean, I can say, I want a public request of the library cameras, and you guys are required to give it to me. For some time, I can say, from the time I entered, which was, let's say 2:30 to 4 o'clock, I want every camera in the library, and I may have to pay for it. I don't know how Aurora does it.
Yeah, it's a legal thing, so you go through. So
Right.
if there's like a crime that was committed, if your
Right.
bike was stolen outside and you
Right.
wanted to
It does. I mean, it matters not if there's a crime or not. I could just say, I want all the footage on 11/21 at Aurora Public Library, and as long as I comply with the way to get it, the Freedom of Information Act, then I'll get it. And that goes for like.
But does that make sense that like one is you choosing to get that footage to post, and this is not like not everyone has their choice?
Well,
like I understand as a public employee, I don't have the choice,
right.
but I do, like, I don't know. I'm just
you
wondering.
choose to click on that video if you want to watch it, right?
Yeah, but did the people choose to be in the video always?
It doesn't matter in public.
Yeah.
You're videotaped from the time you get out of your house to the time you go to work. At every intersection,
But
there's
I
a
wonder
camera.
if that's why people don't I'm
That's
just
a
wondering.
possibility.
I don't know.
I mean,
I was just trying to figure out like what is it that people feel like they're.
what are they worried about? Is what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah.
Because in all honesty, we're being watched at almost every minute of every day.
Yeah.
You know, the only place that we can, I think, be safe, and even that's a question with computers and webcams
Yeah.
and
Phones.
phones and things of that nature. And I'll tell you a story about my phone in a minute. But um, the only place that we can actually feel safe is in our homes for the most part. But what's really creepy is like even these phones, if they'll hear me talking about Cancun, I'll get
An
Cancun
ad or
ads,
something.
stuff like that. So it is kind of scary in that way to
Yeah.
to think about that. But in general, when we go out in public, we're fair game for anybody's camera.
Yeah.
So I think the best way to handle it is through education. You know, I'm a strong believer in education and educating the public. You know, yes, cameras are perfectly okay here. Matter of fact, I can't see a reason why you guys wouldn't want cameras to showcase this awesome library. You know, this is extraordinary. You know, this is one of only two libraries that here in the Denver metro area that I'm just in awe of. You know how great it is. There's one in Belmar that's really really awesome too. You know, they have like DVDs like you guys have. They have you guys even have a Spanish section in here, which is super extraordinary because I happen to be of Hispanic heritage. So that I mean that's something that is just mind blowing to me. You know, this and it's extensive. It's not
Yeah.
like a
Not
small
one shelf.
section. I mean you might get that, but not to the extent that you have here. You know, so it's really cool and it's a great place for get people to get information as long as you said they feel safe to do so. So. Um,
Well,
so
I do want to apologize. I know you felt unsafe and unwelcome in the space, so I do want you to know, and I'm glad you came back and felt comfortable coming back to have this conversation because it is important to us to hear our citizens and to hear what they want and what they need. So.
yeah, and frankly, I was unsure about coming back. I mean, I did want to come back to follow up, but I didn't know what to expect today. I didn't know if Chad was going to be working back there. I didn't know, and if he was, what would have happened then? Because there's no way I wasn't gonna not go in there and figure it out. You know, because it's important. You know, it's important that this guy either gets moved someplace else where he feels more comfortable. I guess I don't know, or just is removed entirely, which would be my recommendation. I know I don't work here. I'm not the boss of anybody here, but um, in my opinion, I mean, if the way that I looked at it is, what if I was a teenager and I was in that section, the youth section, and I was looking for a book, and every kid has a camera now. They have a phone. What if they wanted to be an aspiring YouTuber and they were like, "Hey guys, I'm in the library and I'm getting this book," and and Chad was in there. I mean, you saw how he acted with me. How would he act with one of the kids in that section? So that's where I'm coming from, and that those were my main concerns, and I appreciate you talking to me about it. I do need to come back and follow up with the other employees because I think I mean Joanna gave me a form, but it really wasn't a complaint form, so I think it's kosher to talk to somebody that's in charge and really figure out um, what the policies are, how he or she felt about that situation, and what can be done to, I guess, bridge the gap between people and like you said, make everybody feel safe. Not just me, not just your employees, not just the patrons, like everybody involved. So. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, of course.
Can I get the director's information by chance? Do you have a card
of course,
that I
yeah,
can
and
have?
I'd love to get your information and follow up with you too. So, if I can-
Yeah. I'm not trying not to
Okay.
dock myself. I had that happen one time already, but I will go ahead and do that.
I'm gonna see if I can get to that stuff. Are you okay if I?
Yeah, go right ahead. get to your comments in just a second, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being in here. I really appreciate it. I don't believe it does, Lori. Jed, nice to see you. Thanks, Miss B. I did the best I could. She kind of missed the point, but you know, it is what it is. We'll discuss after. I'm just waiting for info. Knowledge is power. That's funny. Yeah, I don't care, but I want to follow up on this.
Is it okay if I come back in?
Yeah, feel free. This is your office.
So of course I don't have her business card, but I'm going to just write it on here. How do you guys choose like where else? I know like obviously public buildings are important, but how else do you choose where to make sure your rights are intact? Like, do you have like?
I just go to places of public interest. You know, I don't. There's no rhyme or reason. I mean, I matter of fact, the day that I chose to go here, I had no idea I was going here that day, and I thought of the. I actually, my intention was not even. I forgot that there was even a library in this section. You know, I mean, there's the. I actually wanted to do the municipal building just to make sure that things were kosher there. But yeah, there you go.
There's
All right.
that. And I know you have Joe's contact, and Philip is also on the back side of that. He's our kind of.
Okay.
But Joe is the public services coordinator, so
Okay.
kind of your best next person. But.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate your time.
appreciate all your time, and I appreciate you asking me or answering all my questions. So
Yeah, no,
thank you very
I mean,
much.
yeah,
Appreciate
no,
it. Thank you.
Thanks for doing.
Yep. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, guys. Hang tight here. We got lots to discuss. Tons to discuss here, guys. Tons to discuss.
When I remember the first time I heard this song.
Guys see the green machine there? I don't know why I'm getting kind of hoarse. I did a lot of talking in there, didn't I? I should have probably shut up half the fucking time. Let her talk. I'll show you guys these numbers in a minute. Okay, guys, let me explain a couple of things here. Okay, let me talk to you guys real quick. Not my greatest interview, I will admit. There are a couple things that there's Midori Clark's number, the director. This is the second guy in command here. I don't know if you guys can see that really well, but there you go. She passed the buck a lot, right? Canada, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that, man. I'll get a really big glass of a big bottle of water with that, Canada. I really appreciate that super chat, man. That's really, really, really cool. If I missed any of the super chats, I'm, you know, I apologize. I just didn't get to them. Thank you so much, Canada. I mean, you have no idea how much that means, man. She really wanted my information. It's all good, Pepper. The Aurora police have all my information, right? They've already doxed me on my stream. I'm not 100% concerned with that. That's why I gave her my number. But I didn't give her my real name. But I gave her my number. Who cares? I mean, they know who I am at this point, Pepper. I don't know if you were on that live stream where the sergeant doxed me. So where do we go from here, guys? I really want to know, because I'm still a little frustrated. I didn't get any answers for the most part. Phil Collins, what are you talking about, Jonathan? Appreciate you, Jonathan. Thanks for being in there. Thanks, Canada. Really appreciate it. Appreciate that, Rochelle. Right. Michael Russell, I appreciate you being in there as well. Dead Paul. She did pass the buck. She tried to kind of put the onus on me and talk about, you know, why I do what I do. You know, I mean, just word salad for the most part. You know, super frustrating, but she's super nice. She's super intelligent. She knew what was going on. So, you know, we subscribe, so you have us on, hopefully. Michael, what do you mean? I'll have you on what? Like, to go out and audit anytime. My email's mexicanlonghair@gmail. Email me if you want to go out if you're in the Denver area. Let me see if I missed any comments here. I mean, I you know, here's the thing, guys. Like, I fancy myself a good interviewer for the most part. I do make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I can't think of everything all at once. Sometimes I go back and I'm like, oh shit, why didn't I ask that? Or why didn't I phrase things differently? But if I did that, I would beat myself up entirely and never get anything done. So, I don't know. Yeah, Matt D, I probably should, but I think she's not the person I really need to talk to. Polly, being a former public employee, I can say Chad needs to go through the process public employee union. It depends if he has had past issues. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I tried to get to that, but I think it's pending. We'll find an outcome here fairly soon. My video is the trailer, Lori, no doubt. I'll pass it along, Jody. I've got a couple of contacts, but you know how lamestream media is. Thanks, Alan. Really appreciate it. I think I am gonna have a drink tonight, guys. Actually, I can't drink. I have to go get Bernie, but I might play a couple of video games, and I don't know, guys. There'll be other follow-ups, obviously, right? I can't leave this undone.
How can I leave this undone? I mean, this is a loose end that's gonna haunt me if I don't figure out answers. Like, what do you guys think about the question I asked about the lady that accused me of being the aggressor and attacking the dude? Do you guys? I want your honest opinions. Take all your biases aside, whether it be for auditors or YouTubers or anything, or the fact that we've kind of gotten to know each other, so to speak. What is your guys' honest opinion if you've seen the video and really listened to the audio of what that lady said when I turned around and I said, "Excuse me? Did she just say what I think she said?" Her words to me were, "You're shaking. You attacked him." And I was like, I can't believe I just heard what I heard, right? I don't get it. I don't understand. I know, man. I know, Road Dogs. I know I got an army of people that have my back, and I really do appreciate it. This is a Chad that needs to be pulled. Paulie says, yeah, I agree 100%. Thanks, Conrad. I mean, look, I appreciate you and Rochelle. I thank you guys so much for even taking a second of your day to watch the stream. I think I'm leaving with a few more questions than I did answers today, right, guys? I don't know. I think I covered everything, but I don't know. Chad is the one that makes a zip drive from all the lobby cams. Your cam upsets them. Oh, Chan. Yeah, you see, that's the thing, Boyle. That's what I was trying to point out. Like, the minute that you step out of your house, you're fucking... And then I brought up the thing about the phone because it blows my mind. Bernie and I could be talking, right? Talking about something innocuous. Like, we'll be talking about a band, right? Let's say Guns N' Roses. We'll be discussing Guns N' Roses. Then all of a sudden on my fucking YouTube timeline and all this other, I get merch adverts for Guns N' Roses or related bands, and I mean, it's just fucking crazy. So to be upset over somebody with a fucking camera, I think I would tell people that were patrons there that were upset, you know, that person has every right to be there. You know, just simply move away. They're not gonna, if they follow you around, let me know, right? If I'm in there and I'm following somebody with the camera, that might be a problem, right? Nobody likes to be followed with a camera, even though there's nothing technically illegal about it. But I mean, if you kindly ask somebody, hey, would you mind like, I mean, I don't mind that you're filming in here, but I mean, what's so interested, why are you so interested in my backside? You know what I mean? Like honestly, like, we have to have these conversations. Otherwise, what are we doing? What are we doing, guys? If we're not being honest and proving that we can walk, and that's why I said, you know, I do this so we can keep our freedoms. What if we lose our freedoms to film in public, what's next? What's next, y'all? These are pertinent questions to ask, pertinent things to be worried about, pertinent things to keep continuing to support videos like this. Oh, man. Be a superstar. Say, ee, like the Fonz. Hey. I'm no superstar, Michael Russell. I just do what I do. They would be happy someone has a video if a gunman walked in the door or someone kidnapped. That's right. Why do you think? I mean, their reasoning is so they can stamp out crime, right? Stamp out crime or capture crime. Minority Report shit, right? Thinking that somebody's gonna do something. I mean, this day and age. Fuck. Oh man. Let me read some stuff here and then we're gonna stop. Let's see. I love how you explained how it's changed from people wanting to be in cameras to now. It's fucking crazy. When we had cameras back in the day, you know, everybody wanted to be on camera. Hey, mom. Hey, mom. Some people are camera shy. That's just human nature, right? but but I remember like people couldn't wait. I happen to look, guys, before I got this channel, you rarely see pictures of me because I'm camera shy. I don't like being on camera. I think I look awful. But now that I have this channel, I understand and I realize like a lot of things, you know, like it's not how should I put it? Like it's not a big thing to be on a camera, right? It's not a big thing to be on a camera. Yeah, people were photobombing left and right, Jonathan? They can, but and that she was trying to make that point, Alan. Well, this is more of a request thing, whereas you just put it on the internet and blah blah blah. It's like speech class podium, fix that camera shy. Oh, I took the bait. I took that, Michael Russell. I'm getting better at it. I'm okay on camera. I don't, you know. I caved into being on camera. Yeah, you see, it's like, it's no big deal. I'm talking to you guys. This is who I am. Simple as that. I have to shave. I have to admit, like, I'm getting gruff. And it's itching, and I hate itching, but it is No Shave November, so wait a few days. No, I'm going to shave when I get home, guys. I get a completely different look when I'm shaved. You have to ask the government when to... I know, it's gotten to that point, right, Boiled? Dead Paul. Photography is not a crime. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for this edition. More to come. I have no idea when I'm going to be back. But this was a surprise visit. So, I'll be back. Not going to announce it. I don't want them to know I'm coming. I mean, now they got the questions, so hopefully they'll be really prepared when I come asking. Beware TW Live channel. I don't know what that is. Oh, thanks, Judd. Really appreciate it. That's my other video game. If you guys like video games, that's a good one. I'm glad I got to see you too, Rochelle. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for joining. It does have to do with ego. Knowledge is power. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I got a little channel, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know if it's ever going to be anything huge, but it can be. But that's up to you guys. It's completely up to you guys. If you're talking with friends and they enjoy this type of content, let them know that they got a safe outlet here. You know, I like everybody in chat to feel like Kate was saying, safe. I don't allow any bullying, any racism. Matter of fact, I even say when you guys want to put in bad words, just use the symbols. You know, I don't like to stifle people's free speech. But YouTube has a magic way of ending channels real quick with authority if they feel it like it. So, thank you guys so much. Enforcer channel, act like auditors, TW live channel. Okay. Thanks for that information, Michael. Really appreciate it. Alan, you're fine, man. You need to get out more, man. Deadpaul, when I visit England, I'm going to visit you too as well. I'm going to visit you. I'm going to visit Matt D. I'm going to visit Alan. I'm going to visit everybody. But hey, on the way out, do me a favor, guys. We're only 4 likes away from 50. 50 is the magic number that hits YouTube's algorithm. Let's make this video go big too. But I want to definitely follow up. But before I do that, I want to make a special mention of a few people in chat. Definitely Ellie. Ellie, you're doing great work. All the mods in general. Road Dog, Polly, Alan, who else? Judd. Thank you very much, Judd, for your help with links. Thanks to all the mods I'm missing. Canada. Really appreciate you. Polly, really appreciate the links to the suicide prevention. It's super important to me. I've been there. I've been to the brink of extinction and back at least a couple of times in my life, so I know how it feels. That's why I always give my spiel at the end. Tapa, what's up, man? Stay safe, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. have a safe weekend. I'll be back tomorrow at some point to do something. You never know what's going to happen on the channel. But thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you. Till tomorrow, have a good evening. Stay safe. Later, everybody.